Hello again, everyone. Edwin Learnard back once again. In this YouTube astrological segment, I'm going to be talking about the zodiac sign Capricorn and their health, and yes, it does apply and pertain to the Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. Well, anyway, people, first thing, as far as Capricorn and their health, well, Capricorn is an earth sign, of course, and earth signs generally have good constitution. Capricorn can have a very rugged constitution. Despite, as far as their physique goes, they don't always, especially Capricorn Ascendant, as this dominates the appearance and the physical body. Capricorn Ascendant, or I should say Capricorn Sun, Moon, or Ascendant, but especially Capricorn Ascendant, may not have really the strongest physique. However, they could be rather sinewy and wiry, and they often have good recuperative powers. They could be stronger than they appear to be. Capricorns can have a very good ability as far as recovering from illnesses, and Capricorns are very strong-willed, so they are fighters as far as this go, regardless of how debilitating an injury or health matter or what have you may be. Now, Capricorn is about longevity. I believe it is the longest living sign of the zodiac, and the thing about this is that Capricorns, despite whatever illness it is, like I stated before, they are generally fighters. And the thing about Capricorn too is that even though it is a sign, okay, Capricorns can be very responsible, and this could apply to health matters as well. And they take things generally very seriously, and health, of course, is no exception to this. Capricorns are often very mature, well beyond their years, and even at a young age, if Capricorn is afflicted with something, they're often want to do something about it right away. They don't generally want to procrastinate. Now, the exception to the rule as far as the non-procrastination rule regarding health matters for Capricorn can be those Capricorns. I mean, Capricorn can be rather rigid and intransigent, and if a Capricorn has made up his or her mind, he or she is not going to seek some kind of medical treatment. If this is going to dissipate on its own or whatever, then that's pretty much going to be it. In those matters, that can be detrimental, of course, to Capricorn's health. So that is really the only exception where something could maybe escalate for Capricorn quicker than later as far as a health matter would go. Now, another thing about Capricorn too, it's interesting with the metabolism. Capricorns seem like they have a high metabolism, or what have you. They don't seem like this is a type that often has tremendous difficulty in putting on weight, so it could be very essential for Capricorn maybe to consume a little more than what he or she maybe needs to, based on the person's height and their frame, their physical structure, because they generally have a harder time than I believe almost any of the other zodiac signs in putting on weight. So that is something to consider. I had a friend of mine in the past. He had a Capricorn sun. Sun sign was in Capricorn, and he just, I mean, from my understanding, he ate, I mean, he just packed it in like there was no tomorrow. He was like, you know, he ate, I mean, I wouldn't say he was necessarily overindulgent or gluttonous, but he ate a good amount of food, and I think a lot of times ate a comparable amount to what I ate. But he was almost my height. He was a lot lighter than me. I think he was around 150 pounds or something, and really, I thought that was interesting, and and Capricorns can be like that. You could see Capricorns eat an overabundance of food sometimes, and they just won't seem like they're either not gaining any weight, or they're gaining a lot less in relative to what they're eating. Now, some specific areas that can be problematic for Capricorn, well, the bones could be of concern. Bone cancer, in some isolated cases, bone tumors, bone spurs are some examples, and of course sufficient calcium could be imperative for Capricorn as far as the bone, as far as diminishing bone loss or deterioration or what have you, and bone problems in general. Now, Another thing, of course, for Capricorn that can be problematic are the teeth. I mean, tooth decay can be prominent in Capricorns, early teeth loss or tooth loss, having sensitive teeth, root canals, cavities, general problems with the teeth. Now, another thing too is, as far as any possible sensitive areas for Capricorn, well, the skin can be can have Capricorns can have problems with their skin, such as eczema, psoriasis, seborrhea, acne, just facial eruptions in general. And the thing too about Capricorn, one thing is interesting. Well, now as far as a potential mental illness, the one that I associate strongly with Capricorn is depression, and perhaps the seasonal affective disorder as well, melancholia. That Capricorn is really the melancholy sign of the zodiac. You'll hear people talk about Taurus having depression, and I have Taurus rising, as many of you may know, and I understand about, I mean, I never felt I had any great clinical diagnosis of depression, but I have states of despondency, maybe slightly more than the average person. But Capricorn is the sign more associated with that, I believe, over Taurus. And really the thing for Capricorn to remember, if they're feeling this way, obviously antidepressants may help, low to moderate amounts of caffeine, perhaps even, I think even exercise consistently, getting outdoors in the sun, maybe a little bit more, can be something else. Setting good positive aspirations, having positive aspirations and goals are also very advantageous and beneficial as far as that goes. Now, keep in mind too that in many cases for Capricorn in a solar or natal chart, Gemini will fall on the 6th house cusp. So Capricorn can be susceptible to Gemini-like illnesses as well, such as problems with the lungs, such as lung catarrh, carpal tunnel syndrome, injuries to the arms and hands from repetitive motion could be another thing as well. Even nerve damage to the arms and hands. So those are some things to look at as far as Capricorn and their health goes. Well, anyway, people, that'll conclude this YouTube astrological segment for the zodiac sign Capricorn and their health. And stay tuned next time, where I'll be talking about the zodiac sign Aquarius and their health. Two things I want to get with you on before I head out. Firstly, the stars may impel but do not compel. And secondly, never isolate any single astrological element, aspect, planetary placement, position, configuration, influence, or what have you, and make an analysis of a person, astrologically speaking, based on this alone, because astrologically speaking, the person is the sum of all their components in their natal chart and not just one. Until next time, people, stay well.